First one is Mystery Duelist against Bandit Keith using Azura the Mant deck, I believe. I'm going to be using the normal Pyro deck, which is what I used towards the end of last time, I think. I'm not 100% sure. There's been a few changes, as you'll see. Half the time I don't really actually try the rock, paper, scissors. I'll just go around in a circle till it works. That's pretty much it. I go first in this. I can't exactly remember what happens. Let's find out. Oh, right, yeah. Definitely use Swords of Revealing Light. Or summon... Yeah, Swords of Revealing Light into Duro Kiaiba, however it's pronounced. And then use Black Pendant. Yeah. Give it that so it gets the 500 point boost. Then that's really all I can do, so I leave it there. His turn. I have no idea what he has at all, so oh right. So I'll take pay 1000 to destroy, and I gain 1000, he destroys one monster, then he takes 500 due to its effect. Lure of Darkness draws 2, banish 1. Banish 1. Set. And yeah, pass. So 1 ton of swords. Alright, summon or set Flame Dancer. Yeah, set Flame Dancer, then pass. Probably don't know what that face down was. Yeah, terrified. And then he sets another, and just passes. Then this turn, drop a turn. Summon Flame Cerberus by attributing the face down Flame Dancer, and I just most likely just swing straight at it. And I'm for 21. No, Solemn Judgment. That's annoying. Well, I have both Raigeki and Dark Hole, so ready for anything he sends at me. I know Zora the Man comes out soon. Yeah, Zora Ritual. He can't attack due to swords. So he's just going to end his turn immediately. Then swords is gone. Draw, remove trap. Just Dark Hole, which then gets magic jammed, and then he negates it. Then I just Raigeki. Yeah. So we both end with nothing on the field, and he has no cards in hand. I have 1 card in hand. He then ends his turn immediately. Draw for turn, summon Blazing Apache, most likely. Yeah. Then just swing directly for 1850. Yeah, that's pretty simple, this. Because, again, because I've only got normal monsters, I can't really go with any fancy strategies. My main strategy is summon a monster, if I have a quick cells, use it, then just attack directly. Points I just randomly pause for some reason. It's probably because I was just watching YouTube at the same time as doing this. It's fine. Oh, he ends his turn immediately. If I draw a monster, it's over this turn. Or not. Dark Holes, move towards battle, then swing. Yeah, he ends on 50. And I have to end my turn. Yeah, there we go. Got there eventually. He draws and ends his turn. I win this turn. Oh, ancient rules, right? Ancient rules. Move straight towards battle, then punch him in the face for 1850 again. And then that's the first duel down. You don't normally just skip all this. There's all this. Then duel 2. Battle City begins. I skipped all of the failed attempts because this had way too many failed attempts to work. Because he just kept getting Exodia. My god, this one was painful. But there was a lot. I thought this would be the most painful one. It got worse. A lot worse. Okay, there's 1 right move here. Well, 2 really, but still. Graceful Charities, draws 3, discards 2, and he just sets 1. Right. Draw for turn. Big bang shot, yeah. So, sparks first, I'm guessing. Yep, sparks first to burn for 300? No, 200. And then summon Blazing Impact and a quick big bang shot, so he gets the extra 400 and piercing, which is amazing. So he just goes right through. Yep, moves towards battle, and then just destroys the face down, and then he will take a bit of damage. Oh yeah, destroy the head of the forbidden one. He takes 250 points of damage, and then pass. Yeah, so his entire deck is basically cards that let him draw more cards, and then he tries to draw out Exodia. But with piercing and multiple monsters on the field, it makes it a lot harder for him to get through, to live this too long. Move towards battle, attack with Blazing Impact to destroy the face down. Left arm with the forbidden one, he takes a lot more. I can't be bothered. And then he takes 1000 from my Yugioh Battle. I think that's how you say it. He just immediately passes because I don't think he really has much. I summon Flame Dancer and I win this turn, yeah. So swing for 2250 with Blazing Impact, swing for 1000 with Yugioh Battle or something, and then Flame Dancer ends it with 550. And that's the second one. All that for him to just get unlucky and me to just completely destroy him. Yeah. Half the time you don't actually get. Okay, this is the Arcana fight, which has been sped up because this one duel took 12 minutes to complete. Mostly because he used Messenger of Peace, and I just continuously just buffed up my Flame Cerberus. So double summon Flame Dancer, immediately tribute it for Flame Cerberus. Use Supply Squad, burn him for 200, and then give my Flame Cerberus an extra 500. That's it. Oh no, he can attack this time. Forgot about that. Destroy his Stealth Bird. Pass. That's done. Set to 1 pass. Oh no, Messenger of Peace. There it is. Meaning I can't really do anything, so I'm stuck just passing until I get anything useful. Messenger of Peace, he takes 100. You can already see how this is going. Raemi, burn him for 300. Pass. I would not recommend I would recommend if you do want to do this for yourself, bring back row removal, Molten Destruction to buff up my Flame Cerberus even more, then pass, because I can't actually do anything. He gets burn for 100, set to 1, pass. Draw, activate Black Pendant, pass. You can see why this one is sped up. Sets another one and passes. I draw, activate Raigeki, clearing his entire field, pass. Check what he's got. It was a Stealth Bird, a Something Lord, and a Mystic Tomato. He's set to 1 and passes. I draw the Flame Cerberus, pass. He draws, standby, burn for 100, pass. You can see why this took so long. Ah, yes. I then set Flame Valguard, and then I think I realized next turn that it was a mistake and I could actually attack through Messenger of Peace with it. Yeah, I realized I can attack through Messenger of Peace with Flame Valguard, so I just slowly get some extra chip in for 600. He then gets burned for another 100 with Messenger of Peace, he passes. Draw Banner of Courage, meaning I want to gain an extra 200 attack during the battle. He activates Anti-Magic Arrows, which I don't actually think does anything. So I go attack for 800 directly, pass. This turn, he gets burned for 100 Messenger of Peace, uses whatever that is. Activates Dark Magic Curtain, summons Dark Magician. But he doesn't get rid of Messenger of Peace because I still have a monster stronger than it, so we're just sort of stuck in a stalemate position. As he gets burned for another 100 and passes. I summon Blazing Apache and pass turn. He gets burned for another 100 due to Messenger of Peace, summons Mad Doll of Demise and Ectoplasm, I think it is. And this is the entire reason for his demise. Because with Ectoplasma, at the end of the turn, one card on the field is destroyed and he takes half the opponent takes half the original attack point to that monster. Meaning he's constantly just taking more damage himself due to Ectoplasma. Don't know what I'm trying to do here. So I summon set Flame Dancer and then pass turn. Yeah. Ectoplasma triggers, burn ornament for a little bit, and then he's Mad Doll of Demise, Messenger of Peace, Ectoplasma. Pass. I end my turn immediately, burn him, and then end it with Flame Cerberus. Then we've got Joey versus Weevil and Parasite, the duel for the Parasite. And this one I'm not I think was quite quick. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. I go second. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to win, so I was probably just not paying attention at that point. Go second. Okay. Burn him, summon Blazing Apache, and then Molten Destruction. Oh wait, no, he's going first. Forgot about that. Whoopsies. Right, so now it's my turn. No, whoops. That's my turn. Most likely, I'm going to do here, activate Molten Destruction. I then summon Blazing Apache. Nope, activate Sparks first, that makes sense. Summon Blazing Apache. And then use Banner. Oh, no, DNA Surgery triggers, making everything an insect, but that doesn't really matter. I then activate Banner of Courage. Swing into his face down and pass. Because the way Molten Destruction works is all fire attribute monsters gain 500 attack and lose 400 defense. It's pretty simple. So he sets one, passes. Draw Flame Dancer. Summon Daruko Kaiba or something, whatever it is. Gets an attack buff, move towards battle. Yeah. Swing into his face down with Yaiba, I'm just going to call it from this point onwards. Parasite triggers, then Blazing Apache swings directly. With 2250. And then I get my turn. Oh no, 2550, my bad. 2 Flame Dancers in hand, but this is not very good. He sets one, passes. Oh no, sets, and then sets a spell. Or trap, and then passes. I generally can't remember. Flame Vanguard. Summon Flame Dancer, yep. Move towards battle. Swing into the face down with Yugioh Battle or whatever it is. Another Parasite. And then swing directly with 2550 and 1250. And then next turn he's done for. Pretty much it. Then pass. Yeah, I don't really think he has really anything to stop me here, because I've just stopped him from keeping anything on the field. He sets one, passes. Yeah. Pretty sure I'll probably just go straight. Oh no, Heart of the Underdog. Yeah. I'll probably just go straight towards battle though. Yeah. Swing at the face down with Yaiba. Oh no, Blazing Apache just because I want to make sure I kill her. It's Cockroach Knight would have died no matter what. But puts itself back on the top of the deck. Yugioh Yaiba just attacks directly for game. And then next up is the Strings Duel. This one's also sped up because it also took quite some time. took about 10 minutes, and then one more split up after this. The whole reason this one didn't just took so long because he just wouldn't let me attack, really. Summon Blazing Apache, equip it with Black Pendant, and then swing into his face down, which was a Worm Drake. Great. Now my turn. Draws for turn, summons. No, 1 day of peace, so we both draw. Sets, passes. Draw Molten Destruction. I then activate Molten Destruction and summon Blazing Apache. I then accidentally end my turn instead of attacking, which is not the smartest move. He then causes the Haunted Worm Drake, which allows him to draw 1 card due to high note something, I think. Pot of Greed, which allows him to draw 2 cards, we've all heard it. He sets 2, passes. I draw for turn, summon Flare-Wing Pegasus or Fire-Wing Pegasus. Yeah. I then see what's in my hand apparently, move towards battle, realise I can't attack due to his frog thing. I don't actually know what it is. And my controller accidentally turns off, I don't know why. He then uses Nightmare Steel Cage, meaning neither player can attack for 2 turns. I summon Great Angus, and then end my turn, realising I probably should have activated Dark Hole. He sets 1, passes. You can already see where this is going. I draw double summoned. Beginning Nightmare Steel Cage is active by move towards battle, realise I can't do anything and pass. Nightmare Steel Cage is then destroyed due to being due to 2 turns of passing. He activates the Dark Door, meaning only 1 monster can attack per turn. I then draw Enemy Controller, which I know quick play spells are the most annoying thing to deal with in this game. I then use the effect of Enemy Controller, tributing my Charcoal Apache and taking his frog thing. And then move towards battle, completely forgetting about the effects of Dark Door. Uses frog to swing into his face down. Then nothing happens, and I try to attack something else, realise Dark Door's active and pass. He then gets his frog back due to enemy controller only working for 1 turn. He then immediately ends his turn. I draw Earthquake, which doesn't actually do much. Blazing Apache, I realise I can't attack that. Blazing Apache destroys the weird gnome, and then I end my turn due to Dark Door. He sets 1, passes, yeah. Draw for turn, draw Rayemi, so 300 points, like 300 points directly, and then I destroy another face down with Blazing Apache, Revival Jam, use its effect to pay 1,000, comes back during the next standby. Revival Jam triggers, bring itself back, and then cards of safe return means he can draw 1 card. Then summons Slifer the Sky Dragon from his hand with 4,000 attack. Then attacks Flare-Wing Pegasus. I then draw Heart of the Underdog, activate it, use Dark Hole. And if you're wondering what Heart of the Underdog does, if I draw a normal monster I can reveal it and then draw an extra card. It's banned by 500 due to Black Pendant, and then I set Flamevale Guard, pass. He summons another Revival Jam, swings into my Flamevale Guard. He takes 100 points damage due to mine having 100 more points than his. Sort of Revealing Light, I summon Flame Dancer, pass. Oh no, Earthquake, pass. Realise oh yeah, I then swing over his, no I don't pass, swing over Revival Jam with Flamevale Guard, meaning he takes 1,000 due to its effect, so we can then bring it back. Card of Safe Return allows him to then draw 1 card, then tributes it for his weird frog, and then ends his turn. I switch my Flamevale Guard to defense, activate Rayemi, pass. Second turn of Sword of Revealing Light passes. Heart of the Underdog, reveal Flame Dancer, draw 1 extra card, draw Banner of Courage, activate it, and then set Flame Dancer, pass. Yeah, pass. His turn. Sets 1, passes most likely, yep. Charge of Revealing Lights turns are up, and it's then destroyed. I then switch my Flame Dancer to attack mode for some reason, swing into a face down. And it's his weird frog. I then take about 900. Yeah, I take 900 damage. Realize his frog does piercing, and then activate Heart of the Underdog due to Yugioh Battle. Draw another Molten Destruction. Activate Dark Hole, summon Yugioh Battle, and swing directly for 1,700. See, pretty much just clear their field, attack directly. Only strategy I can use with normal monsters. He has to discard one and he can't do anything. Heart of the Underdog with Charcoal and Patchy into a removed trap. I then summon Charcoal and Patchy, move towards battle, swing for 800, and swing for 7. Oh no, Dark Door's still active. Why did I swing for 800? I'm confusing myself at this point. Draw, activate Heart of the Underdog, activate Heart of the Underdog again, and again. I do it a couple times until I get into Black Pendant. I then summon Blazing Apache, equip it with Black Pendant, a little bit extra damage, move towards battle, and then end it with Blazing Apache. Boom! Strings down. Then it's Bakura versus Yugi. Bakura uses Dark Necrosphere and Destiny board. This one took a couple of attempts, mostly just because he kept getting Destiny board. After a while, I did consider it as a possible strategy for my deck, for this, and just try and stall out long enough to get to the Destiny board, which is a valid strategy. It wouldn't be as fun. I drew an okay-ish hand, I guess. Well, he summons a Sangan and ends his turn. Draw turn, wants me to use enemy controller, and again, and then asks me to use enemy controller, and then I activate Dark Hole, destroying Sangan, thinking it wouldn't let him search, but it does still, which is the most annoying thing. He gets some weird thing. I then summon Yugioh Battle and swing. And then activate Molten Destruction, swing directly for 15. Yeah, there we go. And then pass. Yeah. And he draws, and then summons whatever that thing is, targeting my Yugioh Battle, and he activates Nightmare Steel Cage. I think that thing stops that his monster from being destroyed as long as mine's still around. So still say no to enemy controller, say no to enemy controller. Read his monster he summoned. So I'm just intrigued by it. If you want, you can pause and read it yourself. And so once I'm done reading, I tribute my Yugioh Battle and summon Firewing Pegasus. And it gets the attack buff due to Molten Destruction. Say no to enemy controller. And end my turn on purpose this time due to Nightmare Steel Cage. Ask me to enemy controller one more time and then pass. He sets one, passes. Oh no, sets a spell or trap and then ends his turn. There we go. Close, but not quite. Draw a Big Bang Shot. Want me to use enemy controller? Still say no. I then activate Big Bang Shot. I then actually think of activating enemy controller due to Big Bang. Oh no, I don't, because Nightmare Steel Cage. I then end my turn, meaning Nightmare Steel Cage is now gone. And his move. Then sets one, passes. No, switches his thing to defense and passes. And then I'm guessing I switch it back to attack mode. Oh no, say no. Say no again. Say no again. No, say yes this time. No, I don't mind, I'm confusing myself at this point. Oh no, I just Raigeki, yeah, that makes more sense. Raigeki destroying everything on his field. I then activate Sparks to burn him for 200. swing directly with 2750. Oh no, 3150, my bad. What about Big Bang Shot? Meaning next time if he just doesn't have anything, I just win. He sets one, passes. I still do a bit of piercing, so if I summon a monster I win. I draw Ancient Rules, move towards battle, and then destroy his face down. He takes piercing due to Big Bang Shot, and takes 1550. Meaning next turn, I win. See? Not that. Actually, no, I win if he doesn't summon anything too big. He sets one, banishes 3 from the graveyard, and summons Dark Necrofear. Draw for turn. Draw Black Pendant. Main phase 1, activate Black Pendant. And equip it to my Firewing Pegasus for an extra 500. I then think about... I don't even think about it. Oh no, I do. Activate enemy controller, switching Dark Necrofear to attack mode. So I can then swing directly at it for quite a bit more. And he no longer has Dark Necrofear. And do 1450, leaving him on 50 life points. The Necrofear then activates, allowing him to take my Firewing Pegasus. And it's then his turn. Swings at me with 3150 with my own Firewing Pegasus. And I think I'm screwed. He then summons this Nightmare thing, which I'm confused, and this is the only reason I win. I draw Flame Dancer, who, when summoned, due to the effects of Molten Destruction, he gains 500, bringing him up to 1050. Meaning he deals 150 life points to Bakura just because he summoned the souls. It's amazing. Up next, or I'll just sit here for a while maybe. Nope. Up next is Joey versus Odeon. Yeah, this has also been sped up because it took a while and it just cut a lot of time out, thankfully. It's about 8 minutes, but it was still quite long. It's done. Sets 1, sets 2, 3. Yeah, sets 3 passes. I activate Molten Destruction, activate Sparks for 200, summon Blaze Compatry, and equip it with Dark Amulet, or Black Pendant even. I then move towards battle and swing into his face down. It's the Catavital Omen, which puts Swamp Monster, or whatever it is, on the top of his deck. This guy mostly uses trap monsters, which is the most annoying part. Like one of the attempts he used Tiki Soul, which just allowed him to set the trap monsters that were being attacked, meaning I just couldn't attack. It was super annoying. Attack directly with Duro Yaiba, he activates Swamp Monster, then makes it a fire attribute, meaning it loses defense, but he also summons it in the defense. And then swing directly with Blazing Impatry and pass. Turn. Moves towards battle, summons a swamp monster, or swamp mirror, or whatever it is, and passes. Draw for turn, activate Heart of the Underdog. Realize that, oh no, I do summon this thing for once. Summon my Yammer Dragon, and then I realized that eventually that this thing just kind of sucks and remove it. It uses Magical Arm Shield and Tiki Curse. So Tiki Curse gets summoned, Magical Arm Shield redirects the attack of my Yammer Dragon right into my Blazing Impatry. And then end my turn, giving me my Blazing Impatry back. Right. Switches both Swamp Mirror and Tiki Curse. Tiki Curse then triggers, destroying it, and he takes 500 due to Black Pendant. And then he swings directly with Tiki Curse for 1800. Draw Great Angus, effect of Heart of the Underdog. Effect of Heart of the Underdog. Until Banner of Courage. Summon Great Angus. Activate Banner of Courage. Then swing right into his Tiki Curse. I realise I probably could have activated Black Hole then summoned Great Angus for a bit more damage, but this is fine. It flips Catavital Omen, and puts an embodiment of Apophis on top of the stack. Activates Graceful Charity, draws 3, discards 2, and then sets 2 down, either 2 page down even. Heart of the Underdog with Flame Veil Guard, and draw a Scapegoat. Keeps asking me to activate Scapegoat. And then tribute Great Angus for Flame Cerberus, who then goes to 28 during battle due to Banner of Courage, swing into Cat of the Omen, leaving him on 900. Embodiment of Apophis activates and summon to the field, and then ends the turn. I drove Dark Hole. I then summon Flame Veil Guard, realise it's barely not enough to kill him, and then he activates Tiki Curse anyway. I then swing at the Tiki Curse so its effect can't trigger, and then end my turn. He sets 1, passes. I draw a double summon, which is completely useless here. Swing with Flame Cerberus into the embodiment of Apophis, swing directly for 800 with Flame Veil Guard. You're on 100, which is the most annoying thing. So it's so close, and then he activates embodiment of Apophis, summoning it in defense, and ends his turn. Draw for turn, effective Heart of the Underdog, effective Heart of the Underdog, effective Heart of the Underdog, and into Molten Destruction. Move towards battle. Flame Cerberus destroys embodiment of Apophis, and Flame Veil Guard attacks directly. I just apparently sit on this screen. And there we go. Next up is Kaiba versus Ishizu. Because for some reason they skip Mai versus Merrick in this. Despite her first using the Amazonesses in this duel, I think. I also realised they skipped the Yugi versus Joey. They skipped a couple duels in this, but that's fine. Okay. I'm going second. Yeah. Only thing I can really do with this hand, summon Blazing Apache, activate Black Pendant. And then she discards my Blazing Apache. And I discard her Yugioh, I think. Yeah. So Guido goes to the grave. We both draw 1. I draw another Black Pendant. She sets 1, sets 2, passes. I draw for turn. I have Ancient Rules, which doesn't actually help. I thought I'd choose something high. I summon Blazing Apache, and then use both Black Pendants to give it an extra 1,000 points. And then, why does it take me so long to do things? I activate Black Pendant, and then, yeah. And then I would most likely just attack straight into her face down. Yeah. Blazing Apache attacks into the face down, and it's whatever that thing is. Normally it would send 2 cards from my graveyard to my deck, but because I've only got 1, it can't trigger. Which is quite funny. Draws 1, passes. Draws 1, and resets 1, passes. Draw for turn, draw Red Eyes, Black Dragon. Use Ancient Rules. Summon the ace of my deck, basically. For now, until I have been trying to get Summon Skull. I've got Red Eyes, Black Skull Dragon. I just don't actually have Summon Skull. And also the summon animation for Red Eyes, and this is awesome. They give like summon animations to all of the major monsters, which is quite cool. But I don't actually use Dark Magician or Blue Eyes, despite having access to both, I think. I don't know. Anyway, Blazing Apache attacks directly for 2850, and I end my turn. She activates Pot of Greed, allowing her to draw 2 cards. We all know what it does. And then she sets 2 and passes. Draw for turn. Dark Hole, completely useless to me. At this point, I most likely move straight towards battle. Guess not. Attack face down with Red Eyes. Yugioh. he then summons a Skull, and I then attack the Skull with Blazing Apache. Yeah. And then I end my turn. Right. Probably should have looked over this before doing it. Huh. It's fine. I end my turn there. Getting pretty tired towards the end of this because I was quite late when doing it, but it's fine. I managed to somehow do this in one day, which was the crazy part. Anyway, draw another Charcoal Apache. I don't summon it because I think it actually has like 0 attack, to be honest. Summons attack with Red Eyes Black Dragon for 24, and then end it with Blazing Apache with 2850. Then they also skip Joey versus Marek, I think, because it gets cut off halfway through, but that's fine. You wanna move me? Okay, there we go. Clash in the Colosseum, so Yugi versus Kaiba. Okay. That's paper. No, scissors, I mean. Cuts paper. I go second. Really, the only way I can win is with card advantage, especially if I'm planning on going into the later ones. Yes, so my deck was changed a tiny bit. I realised Zora the Mant does not have an effect. So I've got that in along with Advanced Ritual Art. So I draw Big Bang Shot, yeah. Activate Molten Destruction. Summon Gigatech Wolf. And then use both Big Bang Shot and Black Pendant. Yeah, Black Pendant and then Big Bang Shot. An extra 500 and an extra 400 with Piercing. Allowing me to easily beat his Kaiser Seahorse. Gigatech Wolf then attacks Kaiser Seahorse, dealing 900 points. Then his move. Draws. And then sets one. Passes. Yeah. I then draw Raigeki. So I use it because I want to deal as much damage as possible. Destroying his face down. Lord of D, summon Flame Veil Guard, and then move towards battle. And then attack with Gigatech Wolf for 26 and Flame Veil Guard for 6. Leaving him down to 39. Meaning he barely lives next turn if I don't draw a monster. Man, he doesn't play anything. Oh no, he sets one face down and then ends his turn. Sorry. I then draw Blazing Apache. Accidentally do a clip. Never mind. Ignore that part. I then forget to summon Blazing Apache. What just happened? But Gigatech Wolf attacks face down, Lord of D, dealing 1500, and then attack with 600 with Blazing Apache. Not Blazing Apache, Flame Veil Guard, the other one. So the other attempt that I had at this were it was a lot harder, but this one was just pretty easy. He destroys my Flame Veil Guard, and I take 900 up with this Z Metal Tank, I think, yeah. I then summon Blazing Apache and Gigatech Wolf to destroy the Z Metal Tank, and then attack directly with Blazing Apache. Yeah, I was double checking that was Z Metal Tank. Attack directly with Blazing Apache. Okay. And we have the last duel, which, funnily enough, only took about 3 minutes. So, I go in thinking this is going to be the big finale. Yeah, it was not really that hard. He really just didn't do much throughout this, I don't think. think no, he didn't even summon Ra, I don't think. Yeah. Oh yeah. I summoned Great Angus most likely, or just Dark Hole whatever he summons. Oh yeah, he summons Revival Gem. And sets 1. I already know what I'm gonna do, you can see me highlighting the card. I draw, remove trap, immediately activate Dark Hole. Yeah. Destroying Revival Jam. And then I summon Great Angus and attack for 18 directly. And then he uses the Meta Reflex line, which is 3000 defense. And you know, so I say no to replay the attack, move to main phase 2, and use remove trap, which I thankfully drew this turn. Meaning his Meta Reflex line is completely useless. And I get my turn. Yeah, he just doesn't really do much, to be honest. He sets 1, passes. I then summon Gigatech Wolf. Oh no, Coffin Seller first. Then summon Gigatech Wolf. Double check what it does, yeah. Summon Gigatech Wolf. 1200. Move towards battle. Swing with Gigatech Wolf for 12. And Great Angus for 18. Yeah, this really just wasn't that hard of a duel, to be honest. Like I said before, I was hoping it would be hard, but it just wasn't. He sets 1, passes. I then summon Firewing Pegasus, tributing my Gigatech Wolf. Just, yeah, that move. I then take 300 due to Coffin Seller, move towards battle, swing for 2250 with Firewing Pegasus, swing for 18 with Great Angus. There's 950 life points. Just kind of irritating. Draw for turn. Yeah, draws, and ends his turn immediately, meaning I won. Well, that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed, please consider... I don't know, I'll do this part, I'll do another part at the end, like I did at the beginning. Well,